Good afternoon, class. From today onwards, I'm going to teach production technology. So, actually, it is my second year, first semester subject, production technology. So, after in first year, we already done experiments on workshop practice. Workshop practice. So, in that we have learnt about a number of tools, number of measuring tools, number of marking tools, and what is fitting and what is foundry and what is forging and what is sheet metal. Already have done it. So based on that, actually that is the primary, that is the primary knowledge to understand the production technology. So all students should be done in how to cut a metal and what is metal and how to cut a metal and how to rough it and how to surface finishing process on the metals and what are the bending tools and what are the measuring tools and marking tools. So these things already we learn it. So but in production technology, so it is, what is production? Production means uh, produce number of components by using different raw materials uh, through hand or machines. So that is called production technology. So before going to discuss production technology, let us I will discuss a small introduction for you, that is manufacturing process. What is that? Manufacturing process. So, manufacturing process is an activity making goods and articles by hand or machines at competitive price. So, here manufacturing means making of some articles by using some raw materials. Suppose we can take and wood is a raw material. This one is wood. So wood is a raw material. So we can collect some wood and we cut into our requirement shape, and finally we can see. Suppose for example, we take an plank on our study chair. So actually first of all we can draw an ordinary plank, some measurements, some length and width and height, and then we are going to collect some raw material. So and then we are going to finishing or cut into the number of parts our requirement. So here this is the basic example for manufacturing process. Like wood or plastic or iron, any raw material. So here we should know definite some materials, some important of materials. General materials are wood, plastic, iron. So these are the general raw materials for our manufacturing process. So here what are the different types of manufacturing process? So manufacturing process are two types. First one is primary manufacturing process. Primary manufacturing process. Second one is secondary manufacturing process. So these are the different types of manufacturing process. So in primary manufacturing process, changing the initial material into semi-finished product. See, changing the initial material, changing the initial material into semi-finished product. semi-finished product. Examples: casting, rolling, forging, extrusion. These are the examples of primary manufacturing process. See here, casting means it is nothing but a solidification process. Starting material is liquid type. So in this casting process, our starting material, it is in the form of liquid. Then we can convert into liquid into solid. Suppose the melting of iron is nothing but melting stage is nothing but liquid stage. So we can melt the iron and it convert into different number of shapes as our requirement. So in manufacturing process, primary manufacturing process is a process changing the initial material into semi-finished product. So that is the example is casting. So here casting means starting material is liquid. So actually in production technology you have casting and different methods of casting. We have in syllabus 2 units. We will discuss completely in next class. So first listen carefully. Today I am finishing with only introduction of manufacturing process, that is in production technology. So these are the examples. And secondary manufacturing means to obtain final products, with accurate size, to obtain final products with accurate size. So in this we are examples, some examples: machining, so at the same time sheet farming. See, already in first year workshop already done on sheet metals. You have to take from less than 2 mm or 1 mm thickness sheet metal, and first of all you cut into 2 parts. So that is the primary manufacturing process, and then we have to joining of 2 parts, and with the help of some tools and metals, measuring tools and like that. Okay, so these are the different types of manufacturing process. So first one is primary manufacturing process, and second one is secondary manufacturing process. So in primary manufacturing process, examples are casting, rolling, forging, extrusion. And secondary manufacturing process are machining, sheet metal forming. See, machining means to remove the excess material in the form of chips by rotating against a cutting tool. So then we can get a final product from machining. But here we cannot get final product. We can get only semi-finished product. So here listen, in primary manufacturing process, what generally the raw material is converted into semi-finished product. Raw material means, suppose we can take a plank. So we can get raw material from wood, and we need to cut it. That's enough. That is primary manufacturing process. And then we can convert from finished product to final product, semi-finished product to final finished product by cutting edges and surface finish and like this. Okay, these are the different types of manufacturing process. So coming into our subject, production technology. So in this class, actually in this production technology, to impart basic knowledge and understand the primary manufacturing process such as casting, joining, bulk forming, sheet metal forming, and powder metallurgy, and their relevance in current manufacturing industry, to introduce the products methods of plastics. See, in production technology, so actually before going to discuss, we already learned, just now we'll are already here. Manufacturing process, different types of manufacturing process are two types. First one is primary and second one is secondary manufacturing. So here in production technology, we need to study about casting methods, joining, bulk forming, sheet metal forming, powder methods. So these are all coming under, see, casting, joining, bulk forming, sheet metal forming, powder metallurgy. So these are the topics are all coming in primary manufacturing process. So our main aim is in this chapter, in this production technology subject, we need to convert raw material into the semi-finished product, which by hands or machines. So what are the methods? So that is the main objective of this subject. So in this we have 6 units. First one, casting, and second one, casting methods, and third one, welding, and fourth one, methods of welding, that means the different types of welding, and fifth one, hot and cold working, and unit 6, the sheet metal forming and processing of plastics. See, listen, generally what is casting? Do you know about any casting process? Let us discuss simply in definition of casting. So here, casting. Casting is defined as shaping of material from the liquid state. Shaping of a material, from liquid state in prepared cavity. In prepared cavity is called mold. See, shaping of a metal from liquid state. See, I will draw some figure. I will give a practical example. So this is a furnace. So it having some raw material. You know what are the raw material for iron? Iron, hematite, dolomite, alum, some hematite, dolomite, alum, hematite, dolomite, alum, and some more 2 or more metals added to the raw materials for iron.